Alright students, here we are again with our AET Recordbook journal entries. Now, the last thing that we left off is we went to our journal, right? And we had our project experience, and we had the plan and our budget completed. Great. Now the next thing that we're going to be doing, of course, is we're going to do some journal entries, which means this is the hours that you are spending on your animal. Alright, so you're going to be going to journal, alright? So what you do is when you go to journal, you're going to look for this little guy right here. This is time in your AET projects or your SAEs, okay? So in this case, we have our pig named Betsy. And so you have to keep track on how much hours or how many hours you are spending with this animal and whatever things that you're doing. Now, this video, I'm also going to be telling you on how to put in your FFA activities, and which we'll do in a bit too. Alright, but the time in FFA activities or SAE projects is going to be put into here. This is where we're going to be wanting to go to. Alright, so we're going to go right here. Click. So, now first of all, this tells us today's date. Let's say you got this pig on, oh, it doesn't let me go ahead, but it only lets me go behind. So let's just say that this was the day that you got your pig, okay? Now, what the project is, well, which animal is this? Because maybe you are raising more than one project, or maybe you're making a barbecue grill or something like that. Well, you're gonna put that this is your project, first year pig, Betsy. Okay. Now, what you want to do is you're gonna put this on the date that you got it. Okay. So hopefully you're doing this in the exact day. This is probably the best thing you can do for you is to put the exact date and do this the exact time that this happened for you with your project. So pretty much that's today's date, and whatever you did, whatever project. You might have more than one project, but this is for our pig Betsy. Alright, now we're going to put in the skill area. So let's say this journal entry, what we're doing is this is the hours that your first entry will be the hours that it took you to get your animal. Alright, so maybe that took you 1 hour because all you did was pick your animal. So in the description, you can say this is the first day that that I picked out my pig. I named her Betsy. Okay, and sorry for the caps lock and whatnot, but we can fix that later and whatnot. And then you can talk about, for pretty much in this journal entry, all you're gonna do is put in the things that you did with this animal. Usually you want this every activity or description to be about 2 to 3 sentences. Alright, so maybe you can say I spent a whole hour with her in her pen. Usually on the first day you make sure that I made sure that she found the water, so you could say that. You want to use current tenses on here, not past tense. Or some, you know what I mean. I made sure that she found the water spigot so that she can drink water. Okay. Pictures optional, so you'll be putting that on there. But otherwise, you can add pictures. It usually does a lot better. Supervision. Who watched you doing this project? So here, this is a demo, but usually you'll see Mr. Lopez and Mr. Gomez on here. So you will be putting a teacher. That is an important part. You will be putting the teacher that helped you. Now, the most important part about this as well is adding the explore the skill area that you gained for this, because after all, you have to gain some sort of skill through these things, and you kind of do with everything. You might think like you didn't gain any skill, but you probably did. So find out if you did. Click on this thing, and it takes you back to well, looks like this is just planning out your project. It takes you to this thing on here. So demonstrate management techniques, analyze nutritional needs, industry, select train animals. It could be any of these things. So we're going to go to this. It's going to be something outside of this. So this shows you all the things that you selected on here. But we're going to go to animal systems, because what we did is we just picked out an animal. So let's see which one of these will be doing that. Select and train animals. Didn't we already see that one? Select and train animals? Yes, it is right here. Select and train animals. Perfect. Great stuff. So we selected our animal. Great. Ta-da! That's all you did. Perfect. That's it. Good as new. Now you probably want about 2 to 3 sentences on the description, and what you want to do is every time you walk your animal, every time you compete with your animal, every time you train with your animal, every time you wash your animal, anytime you spend any specific minute with your animal, you will be doing a journal entry for that. How often we want to see a journal entry? At least once a week. You don't have to do this every day. You can do a weekly summary in which maybe you spent a total of 10 hours for the week. Then in that case, you're going to put a whole summary about what you did the entire week. And if you're going to be doing a weekly summary, then at least we want to see at least 4 to 5 sentences on here. But if you're doing it per day, perfect. That's okay. Maybe you spent 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours or something like that. Then 2 to 3 sentences is perfectly fine. Add some pictures. Make sure that you put that Mr. Lopez saw you, and then you would go to save. Alright. Now, when you're done with that, you will see, if you go to review your journal entries, you will see like, hey, look at this. Alright, we have the hour completed in the little description on what you did. Great stuff. Now, that's what I'm looking for. Mr. Gomez is looking for, that you're doing this stuff. But now, the last thing I want to do is show you how to put in that you went to an FFA meeting. Alright, so you go back to journal, alright, and what you're going to be doing is you're going to go to time and other FFA activities. Alright, if you're going to a competition, you'll be doing the exact same thing just up here. So time and FFA meetings, so our FFA activities, you're going to go right here. Time and other FFA activities. Click. Perfect. Let's say the day was today, okay? Let's say that today was an FFA meeting. So you're going to be leaving that alone right there, because if you want to change it, let's say it was a competition, you would put it there, but you could have just done that going through the journal. Now the activity, let's say that you put FFA ice cream social. That was the first meeting that we had of the year. Alright, now if you forgot what date it was on, because you can put in a previous date. I believe the ice cream social was our first meeting of the month. That's usually the first Tuesday of the month. So let's just say that was September 3rd. It might have not been, but double check your dates by looking at your calendar. Okay, FFA Ice Cream Social. The type. Now, if this was just a meeting, there's a bunch of different things you can pick from. All right, but overall, you're gonna put meeting. All right, you should find meeting on here. So if you went to an FFA meeting, you'll be putting that on there. All right, if you sold popcorn at the popcorn, like selling popcorn at the football games, then that's going to be different. You're going to be putting that under community service or other activities and whatnot. So you'll be putting that there. But for FFA meetings, you'll put meeting on there. Level. All right. So as you know, there are different levels in the FFA. If you are doing things at just the Carpinteria level, that means you've done it at our high school. That's called chapter. Some students, they competed in competitions that are above our school level, that are maybe sectional or regional or statewide. Maybe they went to a state convention. Maybe they went to MFE ALA, which is a regional event. You'll be putting those things. But not to confuse anybody, for the majority of you, you're probably just doing stuff at the chapter level. You're only doing things in our school. So that's going to be chapter. Alright? Skill areas, in terms of FFA meetings and whatnot, you don't have to worry about skill areas. But what did you do at that FFA meeting? That's what we want to know. About 1 or 2 sentences on what you did there. So you could say, I attended the ice cream social meeting. I ate ice cream. Okay, ice cream. Let's see. What else? And talk to people. Simple as that. Alright, and let's make sure that we fix up our mistakes. Let's close up these things. I attended the ice cream social meeting. I ate ice cream and talked to people. Great. That meeting was, our first meeting actually was only 1 hour long, so that's all you do. And then you'll put save. Alright, if you want to put in all your other meetings that you went to, because maybe you have 5 FFA activities done so far, perfect. You're going to put those in. Make sure you put the exact date and all those things on there. Alright, perfect stuff. So, to make sure that you have all those stuff, to make sure that you put them all in there, you make sure you go to review your journal entries. And on here, you will see that you have your FFA. This is our time with our, let's see, did it not save the meeting? Oh boy. Let's see, other FFA activities. No, I must have not saved it. Okay, that provides us with the valuable lesson, students. Make sure that you save those bad boys, okay? So let's make sure that we put in FFA meeting. Let's just pretend that it was that day. Let's go to meeting. Let's go to chapter level. Attended meeting. And then other sentences right there. 1 hour. Save. Alright, let's hope it saved now. No, it didn't. Alright. Oh, wait. That's because this is the FFA. That is it. Alright. That means we have to go to all. Perfect. Things are much better now. Great. This is our time that we had spent with our pig, and this is the time in our meeting. This is the hours that we want to see. Perfect stuff. Alright. Now, there might have been a little bit of confusion with this, but that's okay. This video should at least help you get some footing on this. Next up is we're going to be talking about our finances, which is pretty quick as well. But that concludes this first video on making sure that you put in your hours for your FFA activities and raising your animal or building your barbecue grill, whatever your project is. That's good.